Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trista and I'm back today. We are going to talk about what is happening with Black culture because I have a lot of questions. I'm seeing things that look like it is degrading the culture and I want to talk about it. So you saw the clip of what happened at Lululemon. I think this is in Atlanta, maybe California. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this happened maybe last month. And this clip went viral because of these people in this Lululemon store acting a fool. Okay. Then a year before that, the CEO of Lululemon was talking about DEI, and I'm going to show you exactly what he said. And so before I show you the clip of what he said, I want you to think about who is he talking about when he's talking about certain people in the store. When he is talking about his brand and what Lululemon represents, who exactly is he talking about? Then we're going to take a look at it.
Lululemon is distancing itself, or trying to right now, from its founder, Chip Wilson, after controversial comments he made about the company's diversity strategy. Take a listen.
I think through this whole diversity and inclusion thing that they've trying to become like the Gap, everything to everybody. And I think just the definition of a brand is that you're not everything to everybody. You've got to be clear that you don't want certain customers coming in.
Now, who do you think he's talking about? When you have people that's acting like this in a store, who do you think he's talking about? Before I go any further, I just wanted to point out the fact that this is not just in the world, this is actually happening in the church as well. Okay. And what is hurtful to the Black community is hurtful to everybody. So those that know Jesus and those that don't know Jesus, which is a shame because of the fact that if this same behavior that's happening in the church, the same thing that's happening in the church, where are these lost people supposed to go? If they are trying to do better and be better, or, have a different type of lifestyle, but going in the church and looking and doing the exact same thing that they were doing out in the world. How are we supposed to do better? I saw this clip of John Gray talking about his infidelity of his church, and he's still a pastor. He is still a pastor. And he is saying this disrespectful talk, and it just disgusted me so much because of the fact that this exactly what he said is what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the disrespect for women in the church. What he's saying is disrespectful, not only to his wife, but for women in general, and just how he's talking and not holding accountability to what he did. What he did was wrong and he should step down. Listen to what he says and you tell me, let me know in the comments if you think what he said was disgusting.
What is it like to be anointed and want to be anonymous because you feel the demons coming, but you can stand on the stage and be great in one thing and be a complete failure in another area? Infidelity is infidelity. I don't care if I was inside of a woman or not. Wrong is wrong. I'm not going to let her take that responsibility. I did wrong. I sinned against the marriage, but more than that, I sinned against my own upbringing. I was raised by Black women.
So you can even hear my voice in the background. I was just so disgusted at what he just said. And then he goes on in this whole rant. And not only did he say what he said just now, but he also blames other people for the things that he done. I can't listen to that because he already lost me after that first thing he just said. So I just cannot. But I'm showing this clip because this is the type of behavior that's happening in the church. The language he's using, the disrespect that he just did, trying to apologize or trying to look like he is talking about he needs therapy, and the things that he done to his wife and things like that. He needs to step down and really get into therapy and get the help that he needs, because he feels that he's anointed to be able to preach the gospel and be a pastor while talking like this. Just step down, please, and just literally step down. And this is why a lot of people are lost now in the Black community. A lot of people are lost. Last thing that I want to share is the fact that Candace Owens recently went on the Jason Lee podcast, and he is asking her questions about BLM and the founder. And this is what she says in this clip that I think we need to continue to keep talking about, because of the fact that when you are trying to talk to Black people and you are giving them actual facts. Listen, the teacher that is using a rope to scream racism that just came out in the news, she's talking about racism and is asking for help. When police go and actually help her, they find out that she is the one that's placing this and screaming racism. If there are places like that, that is an issue, point that out instead of creating made-up scenarios in America screaming that America is racist. You know, you can talk about the discrepancies and things that are not fair, like Sundown Town, and choose that as an opportunity to express yourself. Not, hey, I'm a teacher and they left this noose and I'm screaming racism. Actually, the police did an investigation and found out it was her creating these schemes. When you try to, and here's my point, when you try to talk some common sense, it's almost like they don't want to hear it. All they want to hear is Jim Crow, slavery, racism, all of these things. And when you try to say, hey, here is the actual answer, here is some facts, here is some information that will help you. No, I want to scream racism for the rest of my life and hold on to slavery that happened 6,000 years ago. Anyway, I want to check out this clip. I want you to take a look at this clip on what Candace Owens says on Jessie Lee, because she talks about this very thing that I just mentioned.
Black Lives Matter.
It's a patronizing low IQ concept, and I'm not going to acknowledge something that's meant to patronize me.
That's the reality.
This is so stupid.
You think so?
It's very stupid.
How so?
I'm so tired of this like fake victim narrative of every person that gets into a circumstance, and we ignore the facts of the case. First and foremost, what do you even know about these cases?
But I don't understand how you don't appear to have empathy for the literal Black American lived experience in the hoods that you referenced.
You can't just account, what my experience is, because I don't run around acting like a victim. I am not going to play a game and pretend and lie to people that if you lean into victimhood, you could be successful, you can get ahead, or this is the right way, or go riot and burn down your own block in your own neighborhood because you're angry. That just doesn't work. That is not how any community gets ahead, and least of all ours. My frustration is that we are the only community in the world that will riot for our criminals while taking down people that could advance the Black community. It is impossible for any community to get ahead when the tribalism is, the mentality of the pact is, I don't want to hear any details about Breonna Taylor and what happened that night because it doesn't matter, because she shouldn't have been, it doesn't matter what a boyfriend he was dealing with, blah, blah, blah. And then that person who gets on a t-shirt and who you're flooding money to. While at the same time, we attack the people that are the intellectuals.
I wanted to showcase that because of the fact that, she is bringing up really good points. When you try to talk to people and give them actual facts, like I just shared with you with the teacher that created this racist scenario and is screaming racism in America, how can you move forward? How can we move forward? In our mentality, it's not the opportunities, it's not DEI, and it's not trying to get ahead and try to make me get ahead and then somebody else lose. That's not the answer. The answer is you need to change your thinking. Speak truth to be able to be truly set free from the lies of the enemy. Because what the 92% of, especially in this Black culture, is holding on to is slavery and this knowledge that we are not being treated fair, and that's not true. Okay? And are there racist people? Yes. Will things be hard for some people? Yes. But at the same time, how long are we going to hold on to the fact that America and every other country that's out there have had slavery? Not just the United States, it's every other country. I am currently in Japan. Japan has had a history of slavery. So am I supposed to just boycott? Am I supposed to boycott because of the fact that, Japan has slavery? No, we moved forward. We made mistakes and now we move forward. Anyway, Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful. If you have any questions, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Please comment and subscribe. I am trying to end this year with 6,000 or more, and I would love to do that. Let me know in the comments below some topics that we should talk about, because there's a lot going on in the news today, and we should definitely just sit and talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune into my next video. God bless.